Good evening, everybody. Sorry about that. I had to start over. There are people in the other chat room that I'm going to wait for to come over to this one. Um, Give me just a moment, okay? Good evening, Antoinette. Hi, Almez. Welcome in. Good evening. I'm sorry I started the chat, but then I had to switch over to a new chat. So my apologies. Let's give it a minute or so because there were other people in the chat I had started. Wow. So let's just give it a couple of minutes, okay? While we wait for them to come over. I did let Gwen know. And my day was good, Antoinette. How about yours? Ahmed, how was your day? Hi, Nonya. Hi, Nonya. Hi, Gwen. I had to start the chat over again. So it makes a new stream. And I hope the other one has closed. And there was no way for me to let you all know I had to close that stream. So this is the whole Iman Shayla thing is out of control. It's really interesting to say the least. That was the highlight of the day. So can we wait a couple of minutes for the other people, Gwen? I saw there were, looks like there were 18 people that were watching. So let's just give them a minute. My day was good. I was supposed to have an appointment this morning, my husband and I, and then we get a call at 7:00 that it was rescheduled for tomorrow. So tomorrow morning is when we won't have a tea, but I will pop on at noontime. Hi, Deborah Williams. Welcome in. And I do apologize about the other stream. Something happened to it, so I had to start a new one. Hi, Betty Bush. Welcome in. Let me get comfortable. I have a bottle of wine I probably need to drink right about now. See it here on the dash thingy. I guess that's my background. It makes pretty backgrounds. And the white flowers I love. Betty Bush, how was your day? And Deborah, how was yours? I hope you all had good days. Gwen, do you remember who was over in the other chat? Hi, Dolly. Thank you. Please respect the host and the chat group during the wind down. And I will try to maintain and not let people bring me out of character. I think they just try on purpose, but I have to not worry about that, right? Let people be people. That's all we can ask for. So, did anybody if I was Iman, I would just come out and tell Shayla. The problem is, and I was trying to put this on the other live. I'm glad, Deborah. So, Iman, in the follow-up skit, I don't know how many of you saw it, was Delicia to handle it. And Delicia says, well, I'll call her in the morning. And Iman says, well, make sure you tell her everything. What? Are you kidding me? We've seen some sorry people, but for him to tell Delicia to go over there and tell Shayla that they are in an affair, he didn't say we can go tell Shayla. He told Delicia to go tell Shayla. And this is who they're fighting over, or fighting but not knowing they're fighting over? This man who just dropped the ball in Delicia's lap for her to go tell Shayla? Good evening. Good evening. Wow. Hello, Just My Opinion. Welcome in. I'm glad to see you. I loved your comments today. They were great. Dolly, thank you for the information. And Dolly, did you see all the activity with Amber on Facebook? All the pictures and the music, and I guess Sassy and what's her name? Boss T, is that her name? I guess they got busy out there today. And all I saw after I looked at the link you sent me was Amber and Dave in the reels. I mean, they had music playing. They were on a mission about Dave and so much Dave and Amber. So many pictures. So much music. What the heck is going on? I didn't have a chance to like do a deep dive and find out, but I saw the big wigs up there, out there, and one lady telling Tamara, she knows she's nice, but she needs to buckle up, snatch Wayne back, and then dump him back in the ocean and let him sink or swim without her. I mean, they are on a power roll. I didn't read the regular fan base stuff. I typically try to stay away from that unless I'm going to comment. But they got the big girls out there. I'm like, wow. So I don't know what's going on with Am Bam. Like, just pictures of Amber and Dave, music, and like a party going on. Serious business in the reels, not on just regular Facebook, but in the real footage. REEL in that footage. And let's see. And I do apologize for the people who were in the other chat. I did open a chat because I was going to do a really quick and dirty on Iman telling Delicia for her to go tell Shayla. What kind of man is he? I mean, we know he's no good, but now he wants Delicia to go handle Shayla? If you don't get up off your big long behind and go over there with Delicia, if you're going to tell this girl, he dumps it in her lap. I'm like, are you kidding? Crazy. That was crazy. I mean, unbelievable. Please hit the like button if you are in the bushes, just watching or hanging out, whatever you're doing. I am NonyaSisChat, and this is my wind down. We are winding down from the skits from today. So thank you for watching, and please come in if you feel free to do so. Hit, mash, tap, poke, push, like the like button. Thank you so much. Your support it's much appreciated. And I was talking to or chatting with one of our family people here, and he was telling me about a couple of things that have happened to him with women who have done crazy things. And it's like we ended up talking about music and all kinds of good stuff. So we just try to have a good time. Okay. And I hope everybody had a good day. Ruth, good afternoon. Good night, I guess, for you. Good evening. My son's still out and bright because, it takes 45 minutes to go down over the Bay Area, toward the water. So it gets really hot in this room that I'm in. It's supposed to be my office, but I never set it up. It's just got like boxes in here. I guess my husband's probably like, if you don't hurry up and fix that office. But he doesn't complain. Thank goodness. And everyone's saying good evening to everybody else. Hi, Chris. Welcome in. Nice to see you, Chris H. Good night, Angela Atkinson. How are you, doll? How are you? If you do tell Shayla tomorrow, everything is going to be a mess. Yeah, but he wants Delicia to go tell Shayla. Why is he sitting on his sorry behind? You going to send Delicia over there to tell Shayla? After the conversation you just had with Shayla? But now you want to send Delicia to go do all the legwork and the dirty work for the both of you? If he don't get his long-legged self up and go over there, both of them go. You're doing it together. Both of you doing the dirt. Just like with Wayne and Amber. Like, Amber told Wayne the other day, you did the dirt with me. Stop acting like it was me alone. And Iman wants to send her over there. What kind of man is that? Or man child? Are you afraid? Talking about he had his daughters. I didn't see any daughters. They weren't in the truck. It looked like he was sitting in his blue studio. There are no kids running around. It's daylight when Shayla left. But it did look like Delicia was in her bed, but she was drinking wine and doing something else, so it was probably evening. But how dare he? You really want a man like that, Delicia? Wow. All I could say was wow. What a sorry person. Sorry specimen. Unbelievable. Please come and get a snack and hit the like button. Hi, Durain. Welcome in. He said, we need to tell Shayla, but didn't he tell Delicia to go over there tomorrow? Durain? Yeah, he said we need to tell Shayla, but I know you listened to it. He told her, call her, somehow basically call her, go over there, just go handle it. And I'm thinking, and I watched it 3 times. I'm thinking, wait, he did not just tell her to go tell it, but he did say we need to tell Shayla, but he was telling Delicia to go do it. I mean, if you guys listen to it, tell me if I'm wrong. He did say we need to tell her, but he told her, like, and she was talking about the podcast or something not starting, and he said something about you need to tell her, like, tonight, and she said, I'll go over there in the morning or whatever she said, but didn't sound like he was going with her. Like, it was not going to be 2 of them going over there. It was just going to be Delicia tomorrow. Maybe I misheard it. I'm going to listen to it one more time because I'm going to do a review on it, even though it's going to be pretty much the same as the one I did on Shayla. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope this man is not expecting Delicia to go over there alone and talk to Shayla. If that's the case, that is one sorry man. Man-child. Yeah, exactly, Dolly. They should be telling each other together. Why is he putting it on Delicia? I'm going to look at it again. I could be wrong. I did watch it 3 times. I watched the first part, once because I wanted to make sure he actually said what he said. And he did. But toward the end, that's the piece that's important. Is he telling Delicia to go over there by her? Well, first of all, to call Shayla like now. And Delicia said, I'll take care of it tomorrow. And he's telling her, make sure she takes care of it. What? Am I tripping? Did I just not hear it correctly? He did say we need to tell her, but he was telling her to go do it. Unless I'm wrong. Has anybody watched it and listened to the end? Tell me if I'm wrong. There was a lot going on with Amber today on Facebook. I don't know what's going on, but I saw Dave and Amber everywhere. But in SKIT, still part of the skits from the skits, the shots were from the skits. But there was a lot of Amber out there today. I don't know what's going on. There was a lot of Amber, a lot of Dave, a lot of hugging, a lot of kissing. I'm thinking, wow. But that's in the reels. So if you go to find it, it's not like on just the regular Facebook where the fan base is. Just click on the reels where they go by themselves. And the big shots are out there, Sassy and Boss T lady, whatever her name is. And there's one more lady out there that I've spoken with or chatted with before. But that was a lot for an evening. The like button isn't missing. It's not working, Ruth. Okay, that's fine. Am I breaking up still? Because I have AT&T, right? I was breaking up this morning. Let me close the window. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, maybe this is going to be better. Thank you, Ruth. And this morning it was breaking up because we used to have Xfinity, Comcast, where we used to live, and you'd never have problems with them. Basically, they're expensive, a little more expensive than AT&T. But this morning I was breaking up, and I rebooted, and then it seemed to work fine. So let me know if it's still breaking up. I mean, it's not like the bill's not paid. But that fiber optic stuff, the way it was explained to me, I'm no engineer, but the tech guy, because I called him like 2 or 3 times when we first moved in this house. And I said, and I was joking, do fiber optics like float through the air or something? He said, yes. I said, yes. Yeah, it's air transmitted. I wasn't liking that. Excuse me for a minute. Yeah, this camera or this light. Is this any better as far as me breaking up? Or maybe the fan is blowing? But I don't know. I don't know what it is because the AT&T started doing this morning. Gwen, is it still breaking up? Dolly, is it breaking up? Am I still breaking up? Ruth? I don't like AT&T internet. I don't like it one bit. But that's what the HOA chose to do a contract with. And we literally can't even operate outside of the contract. But Xfinity won't service us anyway. Comcast, Xfinity, because of the contract with AT&T. So that's why sometimes when I get up in the morning and I can't get it to work. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm baffled. Hi, Bree, welcome in. I'm baffled by Iman, and I'm baffled that he would, hopefully I'm wrong, but be telling Delicia to call her or go over there. Delicia volunteered to go over there tomorrow. Are we even going to have a podcast or are we going to have a casket? What's going on? Are they about to shake things up? I'm just trying to load some more comments. Iman told Shayla the yes ma'am is dried out now. He basically did tell her that. It's not working. I'm done with you. And this time, oh, I'm so glad, Dolly. Good. Maybe it was the window because I did have the window cracked. It's been hot today. I mean, like 80 degrees is hot where I live. But it is to me. Unbelievable. 58 watching, 40 hit the like button. Please hit the like button, everybody. Everything is clear up here in the hills. I'm in the hills. But I got AT&T. I don't like AT&T. You have AT&T or Xfinity, Kool-Aid? Welcome in, Kool-Aid. Because my AT&T is tripping. It was this morning also. And they won't let us have Xfinity. So, I don't know. But anyway, how are you, Kool-Aid? I just finished telling the chat about, I had told them already, but told them about that stalker that I mentioned to you I had. And that guy was 27 years old. He was 27. And my kids were in middle school, junior high school. and he knew which school they went to. The man knew where we lived. Insane. Yeah, something's going on with Wayne. I don't know. Your wife, Kool-Aid, your wife thinks Amber's sick? Oh my God, I hope not. She didn't look good yesterday at all, that's for sure. She looked better today, but not her normal jiffy self. And then she was taking pictures of herself on Facebook in the podcast room, but she wasn't herself. She might be sick. Or maybe let's say she doesn't feel good. I don't want anything to be wrong with her. And Kool-Aid, I don't know if you know why, like a lot of people like Amber as much as we do, because we like the real person. I mean, we don't know her, but the things that she does and shares with her fan base and how she sells her clothes and she's not a gatekeeper. She makes products that we love. She shares what she buys. So we like the person Amber. That's why her following is only 100,000 behind Wayne. She's got a very strong base. But that's what we like. It's not, I mean, we like the character too, but we can, he did say to call her. He didn't say go over there to Shayla. He said to call her. Okay, Donna, thank you. I'm going to listen to it again because I'm hearing stuff now. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. Iman didn't say go over to Shayla's. He did say to call her. And then, but I hope Amber isn't sick. And then Amber was on Instagram today also, but she wasn't really talking about much. I'm going to pull that skit up because I must be tripping. You know what I mean? Like, and I caught myself listening to it and I'm thinking, wait. And then, but didn't she say she'll do it tomorrow? But maybe Amber is sick. I mean, maybe she's just sick. But that's why we like her, Kool-Aid. That's why a lot of people like her, because we have people in here who have bought her clothes. I did order my necklace. Well, my husband ordered it because I don't have no money. I told him I don't have no money. So he ordered the necklace. But the necklace that I got, I don't like it because for me, it's not feminine enough. It's the one that they had on, but I like more feminine, more feminine touch. So I did find one that had some rhinestones spaced out. And so he ordered that one for me. And it was still inexpensive. So that was a good thing. Okay, I'm going to look at this again. Something's wrong with her. She's losing weight, but have you guys seen her work out, though? Amber works out hard, her and Ernestine. Ernestine is smaller than Amber now. Have you noticed how slim Ernestine is? They both have grueling workouts, like really grueling workouts. They don't stop. Her skin is darker. It is darker. And yesterday I thought maybe it's the makeup, but it is darker, her skin. So what is going on? Hi, T Diamond. Welcome in. Antoinette says every time, like some of your chatters were saying, every time that he wants them both to do it, she always comes up with an excuse. And that's true. And then, so this time he told her to do it. So I want to see what she does in the morning because he does try. And she says, no, 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 because she doesn't want to hurt Shayla. I think Delicia just wants to keep cheating is what I think. I mean, there are some people who don't want to be the main chick. They just don't. They rather be the side chick. You think Delicia wants to deal with a 4-month-old baby or 6 months or however the baby is when he finally brings the baby around Delicia, if ever? But I don't know. It was just something about that second one. It didn't sit right. So I am going to listen to it again. I'm going to watch it again because Something about it just triggered me. I'm like, what? But yeah, every time he's ready to tell her, she doesn't want to. Oh, here we go. Antoinette says, she said she's going to sleep on it. I would have told dude, look, dude, I would have told old boy, like Dave likes to say, oh boy, we're both going over there, and this time I'm not gonna stop you from telling her. It's on both of them. It's not on one or the other. It's on both of them, Antoinette, right? They're both doing it together. It's like Wayne and Amber. They were doing it together. So the people are watching the reruns of Amber and Dave's skits. They are everywhere. Yes, Bree, they are. What's going on? Yeah, they keep reposting them. And you know I love some music. So they got music on some of them, and we got Sassy out there, we got Boss T Lady, we've got the Ochi Walla Walla. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But her skin is darker. I know she gets some kind of injections like on her face. It's not what is that stuff? It's not that. It's something else that she does with her face, but I've never seen Amber look like that before. That dark. That looks like iron. If it's not a dark makeup just to make her look darker, it looks like iron, low iron, I think. Hope says Iman, Shayla, and Delicia are all despicable human beings. Mm-hmm. Put in the words of Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump's mama, sorry is as sorry does. Forrest Gump and his mama were very smart. You're watching it, Gwen. Thank you. Iman did say, we are going to tell her. So see how much is in that video? We are going to tell her. And then the other part says, Delicia said she's going to call in the morning. But Denise Lauren gave Dan back the money once he said he's not taking it back. He doesn't want it back. She made a deal with him, and he's expecting her to keep her word. Remember, Angela, when he said, you are now signed, sealed, and delivered? Remember that? And then he told Lauren, basically, take him seriously. Don't push that button. Well, she pushed the button because now he's looking for her. But I even put a short on that had signed, sealed, delivered. I put a short for everything. Once I get monetized, I'm putting my shorts back. And then I'll just pull them down, ever so often. But I had 151 shorts, which is probably like why I got my hands spanked. And it had music in them. So, hi, Aquarius love. Welcome in. Gwen, Dan ain't on it enough for me. Lauren and her snake tactics is irritating my soul. You sound like Stephanie, Aquarius. You sound just like Stephanie. She can't stand the L woman. I need Dan to show up in front of everyone and tell everything and embarrass her. Maybe he's waiting for Jarvis and King to come because he's supposed to be over at, what's her name, Big Bertha? He's supposed to be over at Big Bertha's house. And Bree says Iman is scared of Shayla. So is Anthony. That's why Anthony says, okay, I'll do it. And he gets out of there. He just leaves now. But here he was, a month ago talking about he wants to marry Shayla. He just wanted some punani. And that's why he was telling her that. But Bree, also, you guys remember when Amber told Anthony that Shayla said, when they were friends, that she always wanted a man that would take care of her for the rest of her life. Remember that? Sorry. That, she wanted somebody to take care of her the rest of her life. And look who it's going to be. It's going to be Anthony. And Amber called it. She told Anthony. In other words, it's you. And now look at him. Now he's just going to keep paying her bills, whatever she needs. He's going to pay it because he doesn't want to lose her anyway. I think Anthony, he does have feelings for Shayla. And he just doesn't want to hear the noise. He's going to do it. So, okay, Shayla, I'm going to give you the money, blah, 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 blah. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Or there are 80 people watching. Please hit the like button. Iman is scared of Shayla. When this happened, what, Kool-Aid, are you talking about the skit after? Dan is still in Atlanta and he's mad as heck. He says he's not leaving Atlanta until he gets Lauren or his money. I'm sorry, it's my eyes are watering. It's kind of embarrassing, but otherwise it's going to look like I'm crying, right? You guys don't want me to look like I'm crying, do you? Cataracts. Did Dan have a skit today, Denise? He's going to get Lauren or his money. Hi, Kenyatta. Welcome in. Iman needs to give Delicia an ultimatum to tell Shayla or we are over. All those women are fighting over losers with money. Yeah. And think about this. I did mention it yesterday. Just think. The two women come from Miami, two scammers or gold diggers, whatever they are. And one snatches Wayne. The other one snatches Iman from the two Atlanta girls. Is that a message or is that just a fluke? What's that about? To show how good they are at snatching other people's men who have money? I mean, what was that for? Or is that just coincidental? Or a coinky-dink, as my kids used to call it. Coinky-dink? Honestly, Iman has wanted to tell Shayla, yeah, he has. And Delicia says no every time. Iman should have told Shayla today when he read her. It would have been a perfect time. But he did, didn't he? Honestly, Iman has wanted to tell Shayla, but Delicia has said no every time. Iman should have told Shayla today when he read her. It would have been the perfect time. But he told her like a couple of days, a week ago that it was over, but he did it through the voicemail text. So yeah, Donna, maybe he should have reiterated that part. Well, he did though. If we listen to the Shayla and Iman skit, the one I did the review on, he told her it's over. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. He told her again today, because that's the one I did the review on. And she said, basically, no, it's not. I've been holding it down for you, and I've been your woman. I've been a good woman. I've done everything I'm supposed to, and just on and on and on. Like, in other words, Ninja, we're not over. And then she threw the word God in there, and then she swore on her and Kai's, I guess, life. It was pretty dark what Shayla was saying to him. But he did tell her straight up, and he said it with force. And it like went over Shayla's head, like, the people who only hear what they want to hear. That's what we got from Shayla today. And Shayla just kept talking in that smooth voice she gets, the smooth, crazy voice. And then when she got ready to leave, Shayla got in her car just as calm and cool and collected and just drove off like, I've said what I had to say, and that's all there is to it. And she just drove right off. Maybe I'm watching these skits too many times each, but I am going to watch the Delicia one again. But yeah, Donna, he did tell her again. Uncle Dan is back. Did you guys see Dan today? He told Delicia a few times to do it with him, and she said no. Kenyatta, now is the time for her to say, well, I'm saying yes this time, so come on, let's go. Are we even going to make it to the podcast before all this stuff jumps off? Please hit the like button. It looks like we have about 90 people watching. If you don't mind, hit the like button if you haven't already. Juliet, hi. Juliet says he should make her because she told him not to say anything. Why don't they just leave him alone? Just leave him alone. Let Shayla have a man. The podcast skits were boring. Oh, and then did you guys see the real company who did the podcast? They were on IG or Facebook today, either Instagram or Facebook. The real company that did the setup work, that put the podcast together. So they were featured. Two main women. They were featured on there. Dan makes it clear he's not leaving Atlanta. Thank you, Gwen. Amber said, we don't have to get the mess. Mess is already on the podcast. Yes, she did say that. To be honest, Mess is already on the podcast or in the podcast. Iman needs to grow up. He does. And so does Delicia. It's like, get your butt up, both of you. Get up and go tell that girl. And whatever happens, it happens. What you going to do, hide the rest of your life from Shayla? We know Shayla doesn't take her psych meds. But Iman doesn't know she was on psych meds, right? Iman doesn't know about the psych medication. Because Zachary didn't tell him. Shayla didn't tell him. I don't think he knows about Shayla's psych medication. We don't want to see no podcast skits. We're sick of it. There's a lot going on. What did Kool-Aid say? New skit, he's not walking away. Eklund, good evening. How are you, doll? Good to see you. Only 49 likes. Could you guys hit the like button for me, please? It don't cost you nothing. You can get it for free. Alexa says Dan is on fire. Shayla used her woman superpowers. She turns her ears off. But you know what? She wasn't really yelling today, Kool-Aid. That's what tripped me out. Like, Shayla's always yelling. And she was talking loud, but she wasn't yelling this time. And I was looking and I'm like, but she was just smooth with it. Like, just, this is what it is, straight across the board. I'm like, oh, she's just telling him what he's about to be doing because she's not going anywhere, basically, for the rest of her life. And neither is he. Is that right, Kool-Aid? Did I read that right? Her woman superpowers. Yeah, we're good at not hearing what you guys say when we don't want to hear what you got to say. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Steffi Mack. Welcome in. Tonight is Dan's skit. I want to see Dan's skit. Iman needs security and a protection order. Yes, Loyal Diva, that's what I said too. I agree with you 100%. But also, at this point, I think Delicia needs one too. They need to tell that woman what's going on. But the way she was talking, well, I think the difference between Shayla and Dan, we know Shayla's crazy. I mean, we know she takes psych medication because Ashley told us, a year ago, 2 years ago? And then she just asked Diesel, when Diesel was in here, what medication he took. So there's and then Angelina has her medical power of attorney, that kind of thing. And I think that's why Angelina tries to keep her calm. So as far as Dan, we don't know about his backstory, but he comes across kind of slow. But if you think about it, he's really smart. But I think his delivery is slow. I think his processing is slow, but he gets there. But Shayla is volatile. Dan is volatile, but you've got to push Dan. Shayla lets things get in her mind. If we've been watching Shayla a long time, and I think we've seen how things get in Shayla's mind, and they take on a life of their own. And whatever Shayla is thinking, that's Shayla's reality. Where with Dan, Lauren is doing these things. Lauren's doing what Lauren's doing to Dan. So he's not making it up. Shayla, look at the delusion. She had the dreams. She tried on Amber's dress. All the delusionary things that go through Shayla's head, they turn into Shayla's reality. Like the Single White Female movie or Fatal Attraction movie. They all become reality to Shayla. And Shayla believes what she is thinking, where Dan knows what's going on. Dan just wants his stuff back. He told Lauren, he made a deal with Lauren that she belongs to him. If she made that deal with him, she is his. Signed, sealed, delivered. And those were his words. So now Lauren's trying to skip out and Dan's not having it. So Dan, he might be slow, but he's not a Shayla. He's not like Shayla. Shayla she develops her own picture and she makes a strategy and she goes through with what Shayla is thinking about, not the reality. Will Wayne pay Dan to go away and leave Lauren alone? Donna, I don't know. Maybe he might try. Wayne might try. I can see him trying to do that to Dan, but is Dan going to go for it? I doubt it. Because Dan wants Lauren. Like, he's so obsessed with that girl. But, she gets what she gets. She just, and both of them are wrong because she's a con artist and he's a con artist. Remember the lady in the restaurant that Dan, when Dan went to the restroom and him and Lauren were out somewhere far, the lady walked over to the table and told Lauren that she used to date Dan, and Dan beat her out of $20,000 for an investment. Right? Remember that lady? I hope you guys saw that one. And then not too long ago, he tried to get Lauren to invest money with him, $20,000. So he's also a scammer. So you got scammer, and what do we want to call her? Even though she acts more like a proxy than anything else. Is she a con artist? I mean, what is Lauren? She hardly ever gives up anything. She doesn't give up the cookie. She's got a house from Mr. Big, that expensive picture and all this stuff from Mr. Big, top of the line G-Wagon. Now with him, she was basically dating him. But whatever she asked for, the men give it to her. And Dan comes along, and Dan is not rich like Mr. Big or whoever. And he gets tied up with Lauren, but he likes Lauren. I mean, Mr. Big liked Lauren too, but he doesn't have the money, and he's got 40 counts, 40 counts against him of domestic stalking and whatever else domestic he's done. 40 counts. And Mr. Big told him he was looking at 40 years or something like that. And so Lauren is his last stop. But how's Lauren going to be a saving grace from the other 40 cases? That's the question. Good evening, Alani. How are you? How are you doing, Alani? Nice to see you. And Dan is Atlanta for his money and Lauren. He said he's ready to go under the jail. He made it clear he's not leaving, Alani. And yeah, Nancy B. the Scratcher. Hi, girl. Yeah, he's still in love with Tamara. And that's why he doesn't have a number 2 in line. He only has Lauren right there. And she calls and she wants the pink Rolls Royce. I'm kind of with the girl on Facebook, the Amber Knight woman. She said Tamara should play his game, take him back, and then throw him back into the ocean where he belongs to be because he's a bottom feeder. Because he did her dirty. because he thought he was going to get Amber back. What the hell is wrong with him? You don't do people like that. And now all of a sudden he realizes he's still in love with Tamara, yet he's still doing whatever he's doing with Lauren. Wayne can go take a leak. I mean, a leap with a P. Hi, Mocha. Welcome in. He should have told Shayla he was seeing Delicia. Oh, that piece. Yeah, he could have just said, we're together. Even though Delicia is always like, no, don't tell her, like a little coward. I thought she went for bad. I thought she used to fight for Shayla in middle school and high school. What happened to that girl? Why is she hiding now? And she keeps saying, Shayla has mental problems because, Delicia knows also. So Delicia knows she's got mental problems too. But is that why Delicia's hiding? Or is she hiding because she's scared? Nonya, I was talking about him and Delicia. Okay. Okay, Donna. Thank you. Thanks. And Iman can't afford for Shayla to call the police, even if she lies. The allegation will ruin his career. And I did bring that up once before. Kool-Aid, ESPN, they would drop him like a hot tomato. They're firing people left and right at ESPN. I haven't watched it lately. I usually watch sports with my husband, but it's not my season for ball. So, yeah, he can't afford to have a police issue because he already had one, like in real life. Remember the other girl that wouldn't move out of his house? 6 months ago, maybe? That other girl? So he had that was in real life, though. Hi, Diamond. Lauren will be driving Wayne's Rolls Royce to the podcast office. And it's like, he knows he still likes Tamara. Why is he still doing that nonsense? He's like a little kid. A little bad boy in the playbox. Kool-Aid, what's wrong with Wayne? You a guy? Tell us what's wrong with Wayne. I'm not Anthony. I don't care about Anthony. But it's the Wayne character. Is he just... And I don't mean the other girls. I mean now. Because he knows he still likes Lauren. I mean, not Tamara. What's his problem? What's he doing? What's he getting out of it? Or is he just for the game? Is he just like the life? He's just about that life? Is that it? Gwen, what did you hear Delicia say to Amber? Shayla will make a lot of noise. She can't fight. But sometimes Wayne only keeps women for a few months. Sometimes, though, when you get so mad, and I think this is how a lot of people end up in jail because of a crime of passion, when some people go into this daze, and this is coming from criminal justice, when I was working for law enforcement, doing their programming and analytic, all that stuff. I was a software engineer for police departments and sheriff and county of North State of California. But anyway, a lot of people go into this mode in their mind, and they don't snap out of it. They don't snap out of it until they've done whatever it is they set out to do. They go into this place in their heads. Anthony's taking care of Shayla, Delicia, and her mother, but don't want to take care of Amber. That's right, Steffi Mack. That's right. But I think he's gonna end up paying dearly, I think. And if not, he's gonna have a drop in membership because Wayne is doing too much. He's like just piling stuff, the PhD, pile higher and deeper. It's like he just keep piling this crap on top of crap on top of crap on top of crap without resolving anything. And it's juvenile. And he wants us to be buried in it so we can forget what we've seen and what we've heard. I mean, we have little tidbits of information we got from 3 years ago that we hold on to, that we know. When you know the storylines, and then sometimes you rewatch them or whatever. But that's why you don't see us running to get a bunch of videos, because the majority of the people in here are day one people, and they know these skits inside and out. They've been here since the beginning. So that's why we know what pieces fit and how they fit together. So and again, that's why a lot of people do like to watch, because like I don't play video. I don't play video on purpose. I did, and then I got in trouble with YouTube because I played too much, I guess. But with the team that's here, we're good at social media. We're good at the skits. We're good at writing. Um, we're good at fussing at Wayne about what it is we want, what we don't want. And we know they watch. They watch content creators, and we know that. And my channel, it's still small, but it's very strong. And yeah. And we know, especially when you hear words that nobody really says, especially when they're old school like mine, and you start hearing stuff like rose-colored glasses and Godsends and all kinds of things, like hiding in the bushes. I know they used to say bushes a while back, but hiding in the bushes, things like that. I mean, you know after a while that, yeah, they are listening. And like Amber said, baby, the way Stephanie says baby, not the way Candace says it, but the way Stephanie says it from Louisiana, Nancy, you know they're watching. And let's see, what else do we have? Dan came for his money. Yeah, Iman should have minimal contact with Shayla. He shouldn't talk to that crazy girl at all. She could lie. And do we put that past Shayla? No. And that's, honestly, and I am going to say that's what he gets. Because, I mean, sports people have groupies, right? Even Shaq lost his woman because he messed around with somebody he shouldn't have been messing with. Now he's still sad because he lost his wife. And he I'm sure he did love her, but a little bitty self. But he'll make sure she never wants for anything. And Shaq is miserable without his wife. And so they have groupies, and I've seen groupies. And I told my first husband, I said, you think you're about to be around that stuff? Mm-mm. We can get a divorce right now. But he was just going into the league, so he wasn't tainted at the time before we got a divorce, But yeah, groupies are everywhere. They're in sports, they're in music, they're everywhere. So yeah, Iman should have minimal contact with Shayla. And I just wonder what happened with the other girl. Delicia is a hypocrite. Now let's see if she goes over there and does it by herself tomorrow. They should have made a better plan, because I'm listening to him on the phone and him telling her to go take care of it. I mean, and even though she did say no, I still say both of them should go do it together. Because if they know Shayla's crazy, why would you send one over there and not the other one go also for backup? If you believe something is wrong with Shayla, if they believe it, they say it, but do they really understand what they're saying? Do they really understand what she's capable of? Does the man really understand he can get in trouble messing around with Shayla? Or does he think it's going to bounce off of him? We want mediation skits. We do. But something's going on with Amber. I don't know. Like someone said she might be sick. We don't, unless maybe she's okay and she's just tired. Shayla and Iman is not a good match. Never was. Shayla can't hold a conversation. Nope. Him and Delicia did have a connection. She's a businesswoman and she's red carpet ready. So she's the type of woman that he would want to be around. There are 90 people watching. Can you guys hit the like button, please? Just hit the button. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay? I'd appreciate it very, very much. If it was your channel, I would hit your like button, since I used to be most of your moderators. And I used to hit the like button for you sometimes. But if you'd hit the like button, I'd appreciate that. Yes, Shayla has been calm. Dangerously calm, right, Eklund? Shayla needs to move on in another direction with self-dignity. She's not feeling self-dignity. She wants a man. It is in Shayla's head. Yes, she's not rap tight. She's not thinking like us. She's not thinking normally. The character Shayla is wacky. She wanted Amber's life for so long that her and her mama destroyed Amber and Anthony's marriage. Destroyed it like a train wreck. And she finally moves on, and they thought that we were going to let that be her karma. What? That the man's going home to his wife? That's karma? No. So they added this piece with Iman. Now what's going to happen? Because Wayne already said he's not going to make Shayla suffer too much. But we're supposed to get on board with that. And he said on the Netflix special, I don't know what he was talking about because I didn't watch him, but I did hear from you all and some other people and post or whatever that he wants the aunties to get on board with the storyline. The only storyline you can give us is to split it. Split it. Let Amber have her storyline. Let Anthony have his. And I don't care if Anthony's got 5 women. Could care less. But split these people up because you already destroyed their marriage. So let them go. You'll never put this train wreck back together. And why would you? Anthony doesn't even like Amber. So they wanted to take a whacking ball to it. They did it. Now let's get the other 2 storyline. Get the party started and get the lines working. The storylines, get them working. Why have we not seen Amber and Dave? What's going on? And I say Shayla knows too. Deep in her psyche, I think she knows. Plus, she got the same perfume that Delicia wears because Delicia bought it for her. Except Delicia adds another dab of a different perfume to her Tribeca or whatever it is she wears. I think it's Tribeca. And then how did Shayla not see them front and center at the championship game? You know Shayla was watching that game. She knew Iman was there. She knew Delicia was there styling Iman. Candace saw it, but people saw it, but Shayla didn't see it. Nancy, yeah. She's got to know. But maybe it's just not clicking. It's not being accepted by Shayla's mind. I need Dan to come to the podcast tomorrow. I'm hoping so. I hope so. Please hit the like button, everybody. Okay, so can you guys please hit the like button? And bonding number, it's bonding number 9 and Tribeca. Maybe I'll try it. This doesn't smell like flowers, does it? I don't like flowers. Bonding number 9 and Tribeca. I did look at the Tribeca, but the small bottle was like $200. Ain't nobody got $200 for perfume. I don't buy that kind of stuff anymore, like really expensive things. I'm way over it, but I still love perfume. Dolly, I'm waiting for Lauren's bully to pop up. Oh, Dan, it's your turn. Shayla knows something is wrong, but she hasn't been able to put her finger on it. I'll go for that. I agree. She told the mom, is this what he does to women when he is done with them? Yeah. He throws them in the trash just like Wayne does. He discards them. And that's how a lot of guys get hurt. I mean, you can break up with somebody, but we're talking about the way, the way Wayne does it, the way Iman is trying to do it. And if I'm being honest, how do you cheat on your wife for 10 years? Not to bring the real person in, but you cheated on your wife for 10 years. And she knew it because she had receipts for days. And she won. Shayla knows something is wrong. I did read that one. Loyal Diva says maybe if Shayla finds out about the new 4-month-old baby, that could be a start for her. That's a good point. That's a good point. So we have 77 watching. Can you guys hit the like button, please? Maybe if Shayla finds out. That would be interesting if they started with the baby, Loyal Diva. I wonder how that would work. What do you guys think about that? If Iman, what if Iman tells her about the baby? Or she sees it on social media, because she lives on social media now. And what if she sees it on social media, because he sure was out there with the baby, but Shayla didn't see him again. Shayla misses everything on social media, but she lives on social media. Shayla. Oh, I'm sorry, Nature. Shayla have to have thought about it after he broke up the first time and more on the second time. Rejection can make some people be in denial because she didn't believe he meant what he was saying, right, Nature? Is that what you mean? Like he was making a mistake. He was making a mistake. Like he didn't really mean what he was saying. He was just stressed out. Yeah, he was just stressed out, all right. No, I'm not crying. I know you guys get sick of me dabbing my eyes, huh? I like that comment, Nature. Rejection can put people in denial. And then like Tamara, she thinks that she was thinking Wayne was gonna like ask her back, right? Nope, he just moved on to the next one. He just moved on to the next one. Nonya, I got samples from a perfume company. Hold on, where'd you go, Gwen? Did you get it from the one online? That perfume shop? From the perfume website, because I rarely use it. Is it Perfumia, or there are a couple out there that I was gonna try? Or maybe that's what I'll do, because I don't wear a lot of perfume either. I buy it or my husband buys it for me. But I think and then my daughter gave me the YSL, and it really smells good. The one that Hemi girl wears also. And it's just got the brown YSL letters on it. Um, it smells super good. So the perfume company. I know about Perfumia, and then I saw one other one, but I don't remember the name of it. Can you hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button, please? I appreciate it. But Amber did look sick, and as long as it wasn't, unless it was makeup, but her skin looked like she needed iron or something. I don't know. Let me stop guessing about this woman's personal life. Mind my own business. Let's see. Marion says Delicia and Iman are both trying to protect their brands. Marion. Excellent point, Marion. Then you know what, too, Marion? That maybe they need to knock it off, right? Maybe they need to just stop. Why not just stop? Go on back over there to your yes, ma'am. You made your bed, now go lay in it. Or either stop altogether messing with Delicia and Shayla. Leave them both alone. Sell your house. Get you another house, like you said you were going to do. Leave both of them alone. You got a baby to worry about and 2 daughters. Marion, what do you think about that? What if he leaves both women alone? And I mean, if he has to make, he can make Shayla if he really wants to. because she ain't his first rodeo. Clara Pickney, and I think it was that woman number 3 that had the baby. That's why she was on there, to show he was having a baby, because that lady was definitely pregnant. Wayne is a narcissist and a womanizer. He's a narcissist because when you guys are talking about narcissism, I'm always trying to like see what fits Wayne, because I don't know any narcissists to my knowledge. So I'm always watching him to see what characteristics he displays. So you think he's a narcissist, Clara? I'm sorry, I just woke up from a nap. I was gonna cook some fish and then I just fell asleep. I know he's a womanizer, but is Wayne a narcissist, you guys? Is he? Or is he just a selfish character in the skits? Is he just selfish and rich and I can buy anything I want to buy? I'm so sick of Dan because I'm sick of hearing people talking crazy when they say my name. Is that your name, Kool-Aid? Yeah, change your name, Kool-Aid. He said he's sick of hearing about Dan. Hi, Sunshine. Sunshine says Dan is still in Atlanta. I believe Wayne will pay him to leave, and that will be the end between Lauren. Oh, that'll be the end between Lauren and Wayne. Good point. And why is she taking the Rolls Royce tomorrow other than to irritate Tamara? Something else is probably going to pop off with that, right? I like that. Maybe that'll be the end between Lauren and Wayne. But you know what? How many people would take Wayne back if you were Tamara? Would you take Wayne back after what he did? If you were Tamara and Wayne tried to get you back? I'm curious. I wouldn't. I don't like cheaters. I can't stand no cheating man. And don't be a cheating woman coming around my house. You better get out of here. Might try to hit on my sweetheart, and then we're gonna have problems. Big. Let's see. I was thinking if Iman told her about the new baby, she would understand it's someone else. Okay. Delicia has to accept the new baby also. Delicia is not showing any emotions in the way that I thought she would. Shayla would be hurt. She wanted children with Iman. And I think that's the biggest problem with the baby for Shayla. Because, I really, really don't think Delicia wants to be the main chick. I think Delicia just likes the sneaking around and getting her money and driving her Benz and doing what she wants to do. She doesn't have to be there for Iman. She doesn't have to be there and take care of his needs. You know, she can do what she wants to do. She's still free. All she's doing is collecting some money he offered her. Before people call her the gold digger, you got to call him on what he is. Because he handed Delicia the money. Delicia took the money. Right? So let's get that right, because people always want to say the gold diggers, but who's paying the gold diggers? Men like Wayne. Men like Anthony. Men like Iman. They're paying these women. And the women are going to say, oh, okay. And I guess if Delicia figures, oh, I just have to give it up whenever he's in town, that's fine. Because he's got his own house to go to. He doesn't have to live with Delicia. She could go there, or he can come, to her house. I don't think Delicia wants to be a main chick. I really, really don't. Nope. Because then she's tied down. Yeah, I don't think Delicia wants to be tied down. Okay. Iman has been calm. He done broke up with her 1,000 times. This is a level of crazy he doesn't know how to handle it. But now he's accepting the fact, because Wayne told him Shayla was crazy, but he thought Wayne was joking, right? Wayne knows Shayla's crazy, like crazy for real. When she was chasing Wayne down the sidewalk, down the driveway. But Wayne knows she's crazy. The level of crazy he doesn't know how to handle. How else can he tell her? Other than getting police reports and security, and maybe even getting a new job, you know? I thought that to tell her about the baby, but at this point, Shayla wouldn't even care. Just like Delicia doesn't care about the baby. Just let's see if Delicia will babysit. Delicia don't want a baby. Delicia don't even want a main man. Unless it's maybe King, who she thinks she can run and use up all his money. Maybe. She doesn't want to be the main chick. She'd rather be the side chick because it's easier. Yes, Nonya, Iman kept coming back to her so she doesn't believe him. Laura Diva says Shayla was a great detective when it came to finding Anthony and Kai. She was not playing about her baby. I don't understand why she hasn't found out about Iman, because I think she's blocking it. God, it looks like I'm crying. Jeez. You know, I don't even know when my eyes water. The water just comes out. You guys know that? It's probably built up on the back of the cataracts. Maybe that's what it does. Shayla, yeah, she was a great detective. So how come she doesn't know about what Iman's doing? So true. Gwen, I'm stuck to the same sense for years. Are you, Dolly? I change up. I get tired. Like, I think my favorite right now is I love Beautiful, and I probably will never stop loving Beautiful. I like the YSL. I think YSL is my number one right now. And I like Tom Ford. He's got the one in the gold box and one in the silver box. And I like the one in the silver box the best. But my number one is Miss Dior. Just the regular Miss Dior. I love that perfume and body wash. The regular Miss Dior. L Lady is scared of Tamara. Alexis, I think Tamara gonna whoop her butt. That's what I think. Gwen, I've used the same scents for years. I read that one. I agree. There are two storylines that they left out in the wind. One is the commercial, and the other is the new baby. Then somebody told me they saw the commercial. Who was that told me that? That's kind of why. That's kind of why. Is that on the green screen? Carlos Rossi or Boom Farm? I like Carlos Rossi better than I don't drink Boone's Farm. I like Carlos Rossi though. I used to drink it when I got off work. I would drink the Rhine, but the Rhine I don't like sweet wine. But Carlos Rossi, the Rhine one, would give you a buzz. I used to drink Carlos Rossi back in the day. Micro perfumes. I've not heard of that. Let me write that down. I'm gonna try it. I just want to smell that particular one. Because, like, I've never been able to blend perfume to come up with a scent. And I'm always looking for a particular scent. And I don't like flowers. I don't like Gucci perfume and all that. I just don't like flowers. The flowery smells, not on my skin. Iman is getting what he receives. Shayla loves through her body. She does. And Iman never turned down his intimacy. Sometimes this does a lot to some women's minds and bodies. She told Aunt, I let you use my body. That's exactly right. Because people love different ways. And some people do love with their bodies. And Shayla's one. I like that comment. That's a good one, Nature. That's a really good one. Because she sure did tell him that. She let him use her body. That was what she had to offer him, that he wanted, and she could supply it. Wow, it's crazy world, right? Please hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already. We appreciate you. Yeah, Wayne is a womanizer, and for sure he's self-serving. Both Shayla and Delicia have seen Sabrina with Iman. Yes. Both want to fight for Iman. Shayla missed it when she saw Delicia flew out the passenger seat at Iman. And remember how Shayla used to always run up on Anthony? Remember that? They want us to forget, which is why they're taking so long with Shayla. We're not going to forget all the little things that they're reoccurring. Shayla's doing what Amber used to do. Like all the little things that we're seeing Shayla pull, they've been pulled before. She either pulled them on Amber or Amber watched Shayla do these things. So now the shoe is on Shayla's foot. Think about it. This stuff is not new. We saw this already. We saw it with Shayla and Amber. Wayne told Lauren today that she should love herself. Was he telling her, okay, that was a hint that he's getting ready to back off of her and she should love herself? I was wondering if that's what he meant, or if he meant to stop loving material things. It's good. At least he's trying to warn her. Because when he dumps her, he's going to just dump her like he does everybody else. Then he's going to go chasing after Tamara. If I was Tamara, I'd make him fight tooth and nail. Because he knows he's looking at a baby Amber, and he knows it. He knows it. Both Shayla and Delicia have seen Sabrina. Yeah, we saw that. And yeah, I mean, she's always first, like Shayla used to be, running up on Anthony, talking smack to Anthony. That's what Delicia is doing. Same thing. She's doing it for Shayla. Wayne is a womanizer for sure, self-serving. Maybe you need a good cry. Who, me? I don't cry. Maybe that's why I don't cry. No, it's my cataracts, if that's what you're talking about. And then also the ring light, it's like warm. I mean, it's supposed to be, if that's what you mean. But I don't cry. I don't have anything to cry about. Thank the Lord for that, right? But thanks, Juliet. I mean, maybe wash out my tear ducts or something, huh? I do put an eye drop in it, and they work. But then when I come in here, I do think that this light aggravates them. Because some days they don't even water at all. My eyes, they just don't even water. But I did have to take my allergy pill and use my inhaler today because it was pretty hot. For me, 80 degrees is hot, can I say. And so I noticed when I use that my eyes will water also. Your sister's eyes are like this. She found out it was caused by chemicals in her wigs. I don't wear wigs, so I thought it was probably my makeup. Like, I don't wear like a lot of makeup, but I thought maybe when I like put face powder on, maybe it was getting in my eyes. But I do have cataracts and they do need to get removed. But that could be. But I don't have that that problem. But and then it honestly really started getting bad when I started using this Ring camera. But I think it's because it's like bright, and no matter like where I turn it, which way I turn it, I can still feel it like hitting my face. Yeah. And so I stopped putting makeup on like around my face. I just use my eyebrow pencil, or sometimes I'll put blush on a little bit. But it could be speaking of chemicals, it could very well be in the face powder. I even tried a face powder. What was it? Physicians Mutual. That's not supposed to have chemicals in it. Nothing happened. But they've just been watering a lot lately since I got this camera. So maybe I should try another camera. They are showing the GLD commercials on Facebook, but not the one Amber did. Yeah, I saw the other ones. I did see the other ones. And I told you guys I got my necklace, but I didn't really like that one because it wasn't feminine enough. I mean, it's pretty. My husband bought it for me, actually. It's really pretty, but I wanted something a little more, um, a little more feminine. And so they have this one it's got like rhinestone, like this much space. There's a rhinestone, then a rhinestone, another rhinestone. And I like that one. So he's sending that one back so I can get the one with the rhinestone. And they're spaced out really nice. There's like 6 rhinestones only. And I like that one better. He got one and it looks good. It's like just like Dave's. And it didn't even cost that much with the discount. It really didn't. So, but at least he bought it for me. Thank goodness, because I'm about to buy a new laptop. I guess I'll tell him this weekend, honey, I need a new laptop. A Bountiful Soul, Gucci Toilette, #3 spray is your favorite. It's discontinued. One to try different ways to get it. Okay. The Gucci one, that's not the one with the flowers all over the bottle, is it? Is that the one with the flowers all over the bottle? A Bountiful Soul. But Miss Dior is my favorite one. And that is just the regular Miss Dior, not the botanical, whatever, just regular Miss Dior. And it smells so good. Because I think they have the ones that aren't mixed all up, they have like really fresh scents to them, in my opinion. Tyrone says nature for holistic wellness. He says that he will when Dan pays him. I never spin the block, especially if one could no longer trust the other person. Me either. But I mean, I only had a handful of boyfriends, so it wasn't even. But I did spin the block because I married my first husband twice, Dolly. We only stayed married the second time for 5 months. I guess I love football and I used to love going to the games, and he got drafted. But that's night. I was worried that it was going to like ruin him. And I think my nerves got to me more than anything else. I didn't want to be around those people because I lived near some of them in downtown Oakland and some high rises, a couple of high rises that we have here. And some of the things they did, I just didn't like. But he never got involved to my knowledge, maybe now, but this is years and years ago. So, but that I spent the block that time because I remarried the man. Nature, Dan is owing Mr. Biggs, yeah. So he's no longer working on his cases. That's right, Eklund. Please join me. I'm Nonya, Monday through Friday, 9:15, 12:15, and 11:15 CST. For Have Tea with Me. Also, I'm on Monday through Friday, the same. And that's for the wind down, which is 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time, and then 9 o'clock CST, Monday through Friday. I try to stay off of here on the weekend, but once in a while I'll sneak on because I want to hang out with my family. Because all I do is be on here, and then he comes in and he does his stuff, so he's not really tripping off me. Because we still manage to spend a lot of time together, in spite of it all, because he does have his shop, so he's always ordering parts and doing stuff, which is a good thing. But at least he's at home. He always comes home. And you can't hang out nowhere. You got to come home. And then Tyran, thank you. So he discontinued the case with Dan. No, they're still pending. He won't work on Dan's cases. Dan doesn't have any money. He probably got has them on hold or something. He's got 40 cases for Dan. So, but no, he still is attorney, but Dan doesn't have any money. Yeah, when E40 made the song Carlo Rossi, that's when you started drinking it. I ain't gonna tell you how long I've been drinking it, or I had been drinking it, I should say. But yeah, I used to like Carlo Rossi, but I don't like sweet wine, and I didn't like the Rhine, but at least the Rhine did give you a buzz. So that's why I drink it with my girlfriend after work. Please hit, smash, tap, poke, and push the like button, everybody. Light it up. Thank you. Please hit the like button. It won't hurt you. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit it for free. I think Delicia cared for Iman in the beginning, and when he went back to Shayla, it hurt her. I agree, Clara. That's what I said when she broke down in the bathroom in Beverly Hills, at the house in Beverly Hills. I totally agree with you. That's when he damaged Delicia. You're the only one that ever said that with me. But that's when he lost whatever he had in Delicia. And she broke down in that bathroom. Sure did. I agree with you 100%. Dolly says nature, that's what my daughter does. They layer scents, yeah. I have to be careful. I layer scents, but I try to do it based on my lotion. So I try to get lotion with no scents to them because I do wear lotion. And you want to make sure that the chemical smell in the lotion doesn't change the perfume. And that's something that I'm always concerned with when it comes to layering, because even though lotion is non-scented, it can still change the balance in the perfume, right? So, correct, Clara. That is true. It's what he did. I only like wearing 1 or 2 scents. Like if I wear Beautiful, I don't wear anything else. If I wear my Miss Dior, I don't wear anything else as far as perfumes go. I have mixed Tom Ford, the 2 Tom Fords together, the one in the silver box and the one in the black box, and it actually smells really good if you put them both together. And it's not overly sweet, nor is it overly tangy. They kind of balance each other out, and I wonder if that was by design. Tyrone says, nature for holistic wellness only until he gets paid. He didn't help him with the Lauren case either. He told him no. The scent layering is neat. Your daughter has creative spirit. She does. Some scents become signature to you because our skin chemistry reacts differently to fragrances. And also, I found nature, it's also like the time of day. Like in the morning, it can be one way, and then by the evening, because you perspired or whatever, it tends to change too. So I would, I like take a shower or something, and then I'd put it on again. But it just has a subtle change. I guess it's just, pH balances or whatever. Dan said people go to prison. Yikes, that's gone too far. Dan said he didn't care about going to prison, right? Shayla should have figured it out. Delicia and Iman through flashbacks with a soundtrack. Eklund, Nonya, Evelyn is going to be with Wayne after Lauren. We were wondering about Evelyn. Remember we were talking about Evelyn coming up here because of the vegan restaurants? Or somehow meeting Wayne? Wayne wouldn't go back to Tamara because of how her father, threatened him and continues to disrespect him. I'll go for that, Eklund, because we were thinking it was going to be Evelyn because of the vegan restaurants, yeah. Tyrone says Mr. Biggs doesn't play. Yeah, Mr. Biggs is kind of tough, isn't he? He wants his cash up front to get assistance. He really liked Lauren. Dan was trying to make a play on Mr. Biggs' wife. She didn't bite. I thought she would have. But I mean, Dan is no Mr. Biggs. Not that I think Mr. Biggs is all that, but Dan, I don't think so, bruh. I don't think old boy got it. Dolly, I don't like where this Lauren and Dan storyline is going. Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen. I mean, they could bring it to a flat line, right? And just by Wayne somehow paying him off and convincing him, but something tells me that's not going to quite work with Dan. I don't think Dan cares about the money. At this point, it's probably the fact that he cannot get his hands on Lauren. And that might be driving him more than anything else, right? It would be interesting if an ex that Lauren really loved popped up on the scene. So she is dealing with him, Dan, and Wayne at the same time. Nature, I wonder, did somebody break Lauren's heart? Is that what's wrong with her? Somebody must have really hurt that girl. Because I don't think she's the kind of con artist like you would learn from your mom. It looks like hers is from pain. She's so, what do you call a person that they don't exude any pain, you know? She's just stoic. It's like somebody just broke her heart or something, broke her spirit. That's what she reminds me of. And then Dan said that he's not going to make it easy for Lauren to be with the next person. Wow. Nonya, you have a rare situation to marry your first boyfriend. I do. And the fact that he didn't go get married to somebody else because he said I wasn't going to stay married to my first husband. He said he knew because he knows me. I knew him. I knew my first husband a long time. I mean, my current husband, my first boyfriend. I knew him for a long time, like all through school and in the neighborhoods growing up, just a whole bit. And he just knew, he said he knew I was not going to stay married. And I didn't tell him I got married the second time until after I did it. I didn't tell him. And what was that about? Something inside of me probably was like, don't do it, but don't tell him. I mean, he didn't get mad. It didn't last long anyway. And he was off at football camp, so I didn't really care. But yeah, it's rare. It's unique. And it was years later that we got married. And he never got married. He never married anybody. Didn't have any kids. Yes, he said, just waited for me to sow my wild oats. I don't have wild oats. And Dolly, I haven't smelled Vince Camuto. You haven't? But Vera Wang, I know Vera Wang. I like Gucci, Armani. I like Armani, Tom Ford. And I tried Burberry. It was okay. And Dolly, it smells nice. I go for it. Fleur, So's Janeiro. Yeah, I like those. I need something that like stands out, but those are nice nature. She's not coming to Atlanta. Dave is going to LA. Oh, that's right. So how's she gonna meet Wayne? I mean, one night I was sitting here and I guess we were talking about Dave is gonna go meet Evelyn, and then somehow maybe Wayne will get involved because Wayne needs a vegan restaurant because there aren't any, supposedly. So somehow it's going to get some vegan food up here, and he's going to have to work with Dan somehow. They'll figure it out, I'm sure, if they want it to work. Please hit the like button if you are able to. Dolly, I'd rather have a perfume lotion. Gwen, do you know all you do? I put perfume in my lotions most of my life. So just get a lotion. I mean, you got to test it, but get a lotion that has no scent, supposedly, right? It might cost you a little bit more, like if you go to Estee Lauder or something. But get one that doesn't have a lot of chemicals, but it's got whatever the various oils are. And then try putting some, like in a cap, some lotion, and then put a dab of your perfume and rub it together. And that's how I make my perfume lotions. And it works. So as long as the lotion's not scented and it doesn't change the perfume smell, you'll be okay. And I did that for years. Yeah, it's rare, and I've been married to my husband for 25 years now. We just had our 25th anniversary January 1st because New Year's Eve is my favorite holiday. And then Marion, they're planning on opening a branch in Atlanta. I think that's where I was going with it, and I just got lost in the whole Shayla thing. But we have had that conversation, right, Eklund? On Nature, you sound like my daughter because her collection is big. Oh, I'm sorry. And Lauren said she wanted to do to men what they did to women. Yeah, I remember that, but I think somebody got to Lauren because, yeah, Lauren learned from her aunt, her mother's sister. So you mean she's just stoic with no feelings, no emotion, but nothing happened to her? She just learned to be a con artist? Is that what it was? Because Lauren's a con artist. She cons men out of money. And you see, we only saw her like intimate with Dan once. I mean, she probably did it more than once, but we've only seen it one time. Nonya learned from her aunt. And what is this one? Nonya, Lauren said to Delicia and her crew that men have hurt her. So she's going to do the same thing back. That's what I thought she said. Yeah. She's going to get their money. I think she does this to protect herself. She's hurt. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, then we've got Delicia needs to go to Abigail and ask her what should she do about telling Shayla regarding Iman. I agree with that. I agree. Ask her, she'll know. She knew what to do with Ben, right? Well, I think we are done. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about tonight? I'm tired. You probably are too. Bree, I hope he does take Amber to LA. Oh, I want Amber to get her house and move into it. I'm going to get on Facebook and see if there's anything else going on with Amber. Because she really didn't look good yesterday. Like, at all. And today she looked a little bit better, but her skin tone wasn't right. Dolly, fragrances are calming elements. Certain fragrances make you feel how you want to feel during the day: happy, joyful, sophisticated, stylish, and refreshed. I need the ones that keep you calm, Nature. I do. Because I get hyper. So I need something to keep me calm. Good night, Clara. Thanks for the live, Nonya. It was great. Sleep well. You too, Eklund. And I am going to go in here, talk to my sweetheart, and then I'm going to bed. And I'm sorry, but I saw Dan's social media page, and he seems calm and travels a lot. I saw him on the boat in Miami, and it was so strange. I was looking at him on that boat, and it looked like San Francisco, because that's how San Francisco looks from the bay, from the water. So tomorrow we are going to do our appointment that we were supposed to do today. So I'm not going to jump on for tea in the morning because we're going to be gone and have to get on the freeway. You're welcome, everybody. So maybe I'm going to jump on at noon because we should be home by 12 o'clock my time. But that's 3 o'clock your time. Okay? So if something good comes on, I'm going to jump on when we get home. All right. And I hope Bam Bam will have a skit. Yeah, I hope so. And call him David. Whoa. That's interesting thought. Okay, everybody. Thank you for coming in. And please hit the like button on the way out. Drop a heart in the comment. Comments do help. And I am going to be monetized. I'm going to do this. We are going to do this. So I went through looking for video again today. Didn't see anything. So hopefully I will be fine. That if you get a chance, just play it while you vacuum in the floor or something. That would be great. I just want to make sure they didn't tell me I didn't have enough. But anyway, Good night, everybody. I appreciate you too. Thanks for coming in and have a great one. All right. Good night.